Hey guys, Mr.Higgles here, bringing you another video on War Robots. And before we hop into gameplay, I wanted to discuss a little bit about the Lunar update, kind of what's going on with the event task, because yes, there is new event tasks. As you can see right here, this is the new prizes for getting through each part of the event. You'll get the Magnum, which every event, to my recollection, because I've been through every one of them, has started with the Magnum. Then we get the Leo, and then starting with the Gust, we actually start building components instead of just earning silver or just getting through the next event and then at the final part actually winning the Gust. Through the event, so capping 8 beacons the first time, capping 8 beacons the second time, you'll start to build up the components for that weapon. So when you finally get completely through that event, you should be able to either get really close or completely build that weapon. So the Storm, the Gust, the Redeemer, and the Haichi are all that way. And I really like that they're doing this because it makes it, like, if you can't get through the entire event, but let's say you're on the Redeemer, the second to last one, and you're like, oh man, I wish I could have gotten all the way through it, you don't just lose out. Like, if you were able to get 3 of the 4 mini tasks done in that grander task of 5 things, then you could at least walk away with some component pieces to help you build it faster than just, say, not getting anything at all. So I really do enjoy that part. Alright, and now we're going to hop back into the game. Alright guys, so we're back into the game. Here's what it looks like if you have not updated your game and downloaded the new update. This is what it looks like. It's pretty cool. I actually really enjoy the colors they've been going with the orange here, and then the green for the Halloween event. I really like that. So as you see on the top left-hand corner, we have, at least right now, we have the Gust and the Hoverbot as part of the kind of game that you can play to get more components for free. I think I've already done those, pretty sure. Yep, we got 20 components there. And what did I get for that one? Or that was the same one we just looked at. How about that? I hate when it switches, and then I got premium for 4 hours. Woo! Okay. So if you go over to the exclamation mark on the left-hand side there, just under where we were, you'll see that once again, yes, the tasks that we were talking about are here. They are where they usually are. And I have just started them. Like, literally just started them. Excuse me. So, that's it, basically, because we've already gone over that. I'm going to show you the new weapons that we have to acquire new components for. If we go to store here, we have the Dragoon. It does indeed cost quite a bit. If I hit components, it'll cost $100 for 7,000 components, so a little less than $200 to complete this weapon for one. It does, at level 1 at least, 3,010 per shot. It has a 12-second reload, and its distance, its range is 600. Then we have some new medium weapons that we can take a look at here. If we go over, we have the Vortex, which is a aphid-like rocket missile type thing. It does 10.1 thousand per shot. It looks like reload is 10 seconds with a range of 350, just like the aphids. I don't know if you guys have seen the test server that I did, but this weapon is interesting in that when it fires, it doesn't just circle itself like the aphids do. It actually kind of goes in and out, like it widens and then closes its gap, and widens and closes its gap. Very interesting weapon. Cannot wait to get that one. And then, I think the other weapon, was it, maybe it was a light weapon. Let me get a robot in here that actually has a light weapon spot. Here we go. A light hard point, as they say. Okay, so we go over here. The Arbalist is what I call it, Arbalist. I'm not one for pronunciations, I think that's correct. It does about 2,100 per shot, 11-second reload, and its distance is just like the Gecko, I think. Yep, yeah, there we go. 1,100. So at level 5, the Gecko is 1,570, and at level 1, the Gecko is 2,100. So that's pretty significant. The same reload, the same distance, but this one is far more powerful. Very interesting here. This is what it says. It says distance is 1,100 meters. It's plasma, and it recharges over time. It will probably replace the Gecko if you can afford it. Buying this weapon is about $14, $15. Really not bad, to be perfectly honest with you. Oh, we didn't check out how much the medium vortex was here. Let's go over. My thing is not wanting to scroll. This weapon will cost you around $40 per weapon here. So we also have 2 brand new bots that have come out that we've been testing recently on the test server. We have, they're pretty close here. There we are. Here's the first one, the Strider, which is a very, very fast dash bot. It is a light robot with, as you can see, 2 light hard points and a heavy hard point. To buy this bot, it is going to be around $250 or $225, $230, somewhere in that range. Very good bot. And then we have the almost, I would say, dreaded Spectre. Whether you want to see it in this game or not, or whether you want or don't want to face it on the battlefield, it is definitely something to behold for sure. With 4 medium hard points, and I think we can pretty much all agree that at least before the Lunar update was released, medium weapons are definitely dominating in this game. And this bot, as you can see, has 4 medium weapons, so that's pretty significant. It's got the same ability that the Inquisitor does, which is the Descend ability. It is 42 kilometers per for level 1, which is pretty fast, to be perfectly honest with you. And then it has 55,000 health points at level 1. I cannot imagine what this guy will be like at level 12 or even MK2 level 12. To buy him, it is basically the same price. I think it's the exact same as the Inquisitor. It's going to run you around $300. If you can afford it, I highly recommend it. This bot is going to be good. I'm going to put my Inquisitor back in my hangar. And I just changed it out for the first bot, and for whatever reason, it didn't pop it in the first bot. I had to go through and do all my little robots here and find it. There he is. Alright, so the other new feature that they added was actually King of the Hill. So let's go ahead and hop into a King of the Hill match. Alright guys, so dropping in on King of the Hill, and I am so happy to see some reds on the other side. Now, I have basically dropped in twice before this and was rewarded with nothing. They both dropped matches. So basically what we're headed to is we're headed to the active beacon here. And the more people that are around the active beacon, then the more like points or capture points, I think they're called, or something, the more you get. And the beacon will be drained, and then another beacon along the map. The beacons are basically in the same place. The beacon will be transported to another location once it's been drained. So this one's been drained, as you saw. The next one is out there. So in my bot, I'm not gonna go because the Lancelot can't get down or up very well. So I'm gonna kind of hold them off from getting to it instead of going and capturing it. So they've drained that one as well. So the next one is on the opponent's side. So we definitely need to make sure that we are going and pushing for that, because the team with the most time holding the beacon basically wins. Oh shoot! I should not have run forward. That's okay, because we still need to get over there. And my guess is probably going to go to beacon where beacon E normally is. Yep, and it did. So if they are able to hold this beacon for long enough, then they will be basically tied with us. And it's a really interesting way. Damage does not matter in this mode, really. It matters how long, or basically how long you are at the beacon. Beacon points, or whatever they're called. So you need to work together with your team, because the more of you that are around, the more points you get. I did not get a hold of any of that guy. Let me use this cover here. A little bit too far. Oh my goodness, we're getting annihilated. Woo! Get annihilated, baby! Alright, but we were able to hold that beacon for almost this length of time. It's almost done, almost drained. Let's see if we can get anything into this Lancelot here. We're doing really well, actually. I'm really happy with the way we're doing. But yeah, I've noticed a significant amount of drops in tanking even after the Lunar update, because the whole point of, or one of the points was to have the supply drops that we have, and I have one waiting. I will be opening that one at the end of this match. But basically, I'm surprised that so many people are tanking because you get more for being in a higher league. Oh yeah, Tempest on a Haichi. That makes you feel good. Didn't get the kill, but good enough. Oh. So yeah, I ended up waiting like a little over 5 minutes to get into a match, because the first match I waited 2.5 minutes, and then they dropped, and then the next match I ended up getting like straight into it, but it was the first team that dropped, so they dropped again, they tanked. And then I ended up waiting around 2.5 minutes for this match as well. So that is a little frustrating, but it's not as bad as Team Deathmatch, because Team Deathmatch I was waiting, I wouldn't even play it. Couldn't get into it. So he's going down, and it's going to be C over there, so I think the pattern was it's going to go over there, then it's going to go to Beacon E, and then it'll be Beacon D. And I hope you guys know the beacons are what I'm talking about, because yeah, it did. It's got a pattern that it follows, and it's just easiest for me to say the... Oh, come on. Dang it. I was trying to get that guy. It's just easiest for me to say the beacon number letters are where they are than like their location on the map. Just gonna do shot trains. And like I said, damage is not what's important. It is team. It is teamwork, and I'm running away from my teamwork. Ah, he's pushing me forward and I can't get over there. Shoot. Well, we can at least take this guy out and help protect him. And I'm getting hit from the side. Oh no! We're doing okay. Wish we were doing a little bit better, but it is what it is. We'll drain this beacon up, and that should go back to B. So this guy and I'm headed both to Beacon B, where it's going to be headed to next. Not too worried about them, because it's yeah, there it is. So this guy's an Inquisitor. That'll help that I'm here with the same build. I think the same build. Either way, I'll be able to help hold it off. Woo, this hurts. Oh man, we went down fast. But we won. We won. Awesome. So yeah, it's really great. I got +3, so I did not do that that well. But it was a fun match, and it's basically just to get to show you kind of the point of it. So I mean, like you see here, we did some of the most damage. Me and the last guy. But we did not hold it that much. The real MVPs were the people who were, these two guys up here. I don't know if they have English names. They do not. They were the ones that were really focusing on trying to hold the beacon. So props to them. But anyways, let's get out of this, and I will open to you the supply drop. Now I'm in Champion League, so I get the Champion supply drop, and we'll just open that up. And so I get 65 Kumiho components, 61. Oh, there's a train coming. 61,000 silver, and I get 15 keys, or I can't remember if the keys kind of fluctuate a little bit, but it's always 65 Kumiho components. It's Kumiho today for this month. Damn you, train! It's Kumiho this month. Next month, I think it might be something else, but either way, I know it will change up eventually. So I encourage you to not tank, to work up in the ranks, and to actually, you know, really go for those ranks, because you get better components for the higher league you are in. And like you can see, I can reduce 30 minutes off if I watch the ad. I think I'll still be going and watching ads to open chests to slowly accumulate components. But anyways, guys, that's it. That's the Lunar event. There are some paint jobs actually. Let me just show this one off real quick. It's got a nice. It's called Dragon Tail. It's very, very nice. All the dash spots kind of have this thing going on. But that's it. I hope you enjoyed it. I hope you learned something. And until the next time, take care.